Give me a minute. You gotta be kidding me now. Of course, right? I can't believe this. Okay. Right. My computer froze. Mm-hmm. This is like, I don't know. This is like crazy. It's going on, but it ain't. Escape.
They send me about you. Yeah, look.
Hold on. My computer and stuff is... The computer shut down.
It did? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back on the... computer. It's kind of kooky crazy, man.
Okay. Take your time. I'm here. I promote it too.
Ariel C.
I sent it to all my group chats.
Yeah, I did too, but I also put it on Instagram and what is it? Instagram and Facebook. I made like a little thing on, and I even put it on TikTok. So I made it an event. So we'll see what happens. I know everybody's waiting for 8:00, but I just got finished doing another show.
I thought you was doing it at 6.
Yeah, I did it at 6 and finished. I was just sitting here just in the studio. So as soon as this Mac updates, it just was frozen.
Okay.
Let's see, love.
We need to make those tabs.
Okay, here we go. Come on, Mama. You can do it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Come on.
Yeah, but I'm looking for the actual one I made.
Come on. Oh, no, this is like crazy. What's going on with this energy? Okay, I have to shoot it from here. I'm gonna try. Just make it, let's see. Welcome everybody. Spend some time still waiting to get into the studio properly. So let's see if we can do this like Buddhists. Let's see. We wanna come on. Any other time you be popping up. All right. I'm gonna make the best of this situation.
Okay.
Just like do what I do. Let's see. Okay, let me move you on.
You want to talk about this veterans? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Come on. We are going to, like they say, get over this, love. This is crazy.
All right, ancestors wise, calling on ancestors, my shake, good, measure, my shake, I my fault, control, change, my como wallow. Unfreeze her computer, unfreeze it.
Yeah, please. Like, it is like you just doing all kinds of things on this thing. Did one show, you did wonderful. I was so proud of you. And I was like, yes, we got this. Said, I guess they said, don't get too cocky. Maybe I was too cocky. I don't know. It's still, yeah, definitely. Want to really would like to talk about, introduce yourself. Like, who is Wunam Nicky Love? I know you are a sister from another mister. That's how I describe you. Sister from another mister. But I've known you so much that, you know, my friend was like, how do you guys talk when you know so much? And then I was talking to somebody, who was it? That knew Mario. Yeah. And I was like, my other sister, oh gosh, Tammy. You was on her shirt. Yeah. And I was like, you know Mario? She was like, yes. I was like, I met him yesterday.
I was a guest on Tammy's show a while back too.
And I was like, okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was real interesting when she said that. So I was like, I thought about it. We've known each other over 10 years.
Yeah. Back in 2000 and what? 12 or something like that? 13?
11, before the kookiness when they were talking about the 2012. Because people was acting really weird. Remember that? Because they were scared.
Yeah. Yeah, they thought it was going to be the end of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just knew it was going to be the end of the world. Hold on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go. Come on. I got you. You're going to cut that out.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna cut you out. I think I'm going to take you out. And I'm not listening to you. And then we're going to go in the studio. Come on. You're almost there. They like got the spinning. They spinning.
You out in the country?
Yeah, girl.
That's why. That's why.
I'm in Fort Meade. Yes, I'm going to put up the number, but first I got to get the computer to work right, my brother. I have the number on this show. I'm going to have it up. They just got to give me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got my brother Eddie there. He's like, no calling? Yes, calling. Just got to give me a minute. Because the spins, I wish I could show y'all my computer. It's spinning. Oh, I can't. It's
Check on it. See, check on that link and see if you can see it on the thing. Click yeah.
For me?
Yeah. And save it live. I'm just waiting for Ceci to fix her computer. She said talk about myself, but I don't know if I'm live. I don't know what's going on, y'all. So we just watching and waiting. I'm indigenous traditional healer. And I guess Ceci wanted to come on today and talk about, what we're doing for the veterans and for the seniors. So I think that's the topic she wanted to discuss today, which is a very important and needed topic. Very important and needed topic because we have to start taking care of our seniors and we got to take care of our veterans. And a lot of people are not realizing how many homeless seniors there are and how many homeless veterans that we talk about making sure that we get it together enough to take care of these seniors and these veterans. But we're waiting for Ceci to come back. Can you see us? In the group chat, number 1.
Oh.
I just both of us. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. It's still got the music going on. I didn't even realize the music was still going on.
Okay. All right, Doctor. I can't see it. I'm Dr. Dre.
Dr. D in the house.
Dr. D. Okay. You all know how to do glasses. Okay, it's on. So finally we on. Okay, you got it.
Hold on. I gotta turn this music off.
Okay.
Oh, geez, thank you. All right, now the background. Let's fix the photos. They're like, no, they're supposed to be landscaping and they looking like, I don't know, they look kind of weird.
What, the photos?
Yeah, yours is square for some reason.
Up and down?
Yeah, like it's not.
I don't think we tried this on. Let me see. Does it look better now?
Better. Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. I was like, wait. I was thinking something. I was like, wait a minute. Come on. No, don't do this to me. Okay. We're going to do that instead. How's that? That's better. All right, everybody in the house to be. It is 963 B4U TV. I am your host, like no other, Dr. D in the house. That's me. Now, I'm coming from you live from Fort Meade, Florida, from the Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm. You might want to know. We got things going on. So, we're going to start off these shows with something educational and a solution for you and you and you. So, that's what it's all about. And if you want to call in, there's a number at the bottom of the screen. Holler, shout. We pick you up. You can be heard. If you have questions for the world renowned and my sister from another Mr. Wunam Nicky Love, the indigenous African healer. So, y'all got questions? You got answers? She got you. Y'all pictures that y'all seen, it was about the medicine cards because, baby, she creates them. But also, she's authors of many, many books. And my favorite book is The Cosmic. The Cosmic book. That's my favorite book. So I love that. We were talking about
it's the Cosmic Oracle.
The Cosmic Oracle.
Right? But I heard, and I know.
Holla. So y'all know I get kind of hot. I've been getting hot since I've been doing my shows. So, and I feel like I'm going through menopause, but they say that's a lie. I should be going through menopause though.
You gotta keep a little mini fan by you. You know what I mean? So when you get hot, look here. Let me show you.
Okay.
You see this little mini fan? You see this right here? You're doggone right. Because as soon as I get hot, I'm grabbing this little fan, and guess what?
I get you.
You see what I'm saying? I'm cooling off. Here, let me give you some of that. Here you go.
See,
Cool you off.
I got my hair done today. Shoot. That was like, I was like, oh, my hair, because guys, just if you don't know, I just braid my hair and just call it a day. I'm not trying to be cute. I don't need to pull nobody. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. Keep it stepping.
Exactly.
It's none of my business. But I said, well, I'm gonna be cute for this show because you look what she wearing, right? I was like, I can't be looking sloppy. And that's what my son said, Mom, you got your hair done? He was like, so you must gotta look good. Darn right, I gotta look good. When I'm in the public, when I'm with other people, normal people. I mean, I shouldn't say normal people, but when I see y'all, I don't want y'all to recognize me because I don't want no questions and I don't want to give no readings. And y'all think that just because we readers, we're supposed to be doing stuff for free.
No, don't work like that.
No.
Don't work like that.
Oh, wow. Now we got light. They said it was light. Woo, it's light. Okay. Let me stop clowning. Everybody. I'm hoping y'all have a good time. And thank you for sticking with me, Dr. D. And let's talk about, first and foremost, talk about you. Okay, who's up in the comment line? Hello. Okay. Say hello, family. Y'all like and subscribe. And if you like it. Now, let's talk about, you just put out a new book maybe a month or so ago, correct?
Yes, a children's book.
Okay, talk about the children's book because that was very interesting. And it's about people melanated, look like me, look like her, and is a little girl. And that's what you want to do. And bring your medicine cards.
Okay. You talking about the African magic?
Yes, ma'am. I call them medicine cards.
Okay. Well, this is the book. Can y'all see the book?
It's going in and out because you got the background in the back. Okay. Can y'all see the book? Okay.
All right. So
and where can they get this book at? Amazon, correct?
No, they can't get this one. They can get the other book on Amazon, right?
Right.
But they can't get hold on, let me take that off for a minute. See you though. See you there?
Ancestors. That's what we need. No, put it. Okay, there you go. Ancestral Love. Nia, the talking candle. I like that.
Right.
That was in one of the promos. So with that being said, where can they get this book at?
Now they can get that book on the store africasgift.com.
Okay.
So it's the store and then Africa's with an S gift.com. They can get it from our website.
Send it in the private chat and I'll put it up in one of the banners so they can go and get that.
Can you put that in the private chat? Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Now you got, I gotta pull out because I didn't know you want them cards, but I'm pulling them out. I gotta get them and get them for you. So hold 1 second.
As my brother said, you know how we get down.
Yeah, that's how we get down. Let me get it out. Okay. Y'all just give me 1 second. You don't understand, okay? But you're talking about the African magic cards, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm coming. Give me a second. Now, since you, Dr. D, you know that I would have had this stuff ready had you let me know.
Right.
No. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me get this real quick.
How did that? Oh, wow. Y'all just went all out and did it wrong.
I'm after. All right, here we go. I pulled them out. Oh, boy. So these are African magic cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got different ones. Let me take this off again.
And how did these cards come to you to create these cards?
You know, ancestors give me many messages.
Right.
So when ancestors tell me to do something, I just do it. I create. Right?
That's a beautiful thing.
Oh, here they are. So African magic 1.
I like that.
And
okay.
Oh, they put it on the wrong time. And what they do is they have different rituals people can do. So like this one is a ritual for peace in the home,
Nice.
right? So they come with a certain amount of cards. This one is ritual,
Mm-hmm.
the path for prosperity, and I give them different rituals they can do. They got money rituals, health rituals. So the cards are called African magic cards because I'm giving them rituals to do. Okay.
All right.
So I sold a lot of those. And then now ancestors will tell me when I need to work on number two, which is a little bit more higher level magic. You know,
Ashe.
people who get into tradition, that use goats and chickens and all that good stuff. Those are the next level cards.
The Kings. I got mine.
Mm-hmm.
Was that was unexpected though. I didn't think I was supposed to, but I did. But we'll talk about that another day. Um, what else? So we did that, the cards, and I know your books. But are you making any more appearances on shows? Any more
Yeah,
shows?
people been calling me to do shows randomly, especially to talk about indigenous stuff. They like me to talk about the indigenous stuff.
Okay.
Um, I got another show to do this weekend, this week coming up. I'll be doing another show. And to talk about the event we're doing in March is the ancestor call, where we have to go feed the earth, where all the indigenous people are coming together to do this, and it's important that they do it.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
very important that they do it. As the monks walked across the land, we are the indigenous ones. We have to rise up the ancestors on the land to save the land because there's a lot going on, especially with weather.
Ashe. You know what? Remember I was telling you I was talking about a ceremony that
Uh-huh.
I was like, I want you to do. Do you know that I was telling the person what it is, and they told me it was the feeding of the land? That when I described everything and asked me was I initiated, I was like, no, my ancestor came to me and
Mm-hmm.
told me what I needed to do and what to bring. I'll tell you later because it's not for
You got it.
everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, well, I thought that someone that is supposed to be a high priestess,
Uh-huh.
like that. And then my brother from another mother,
Uh-huh.
Ori, told me, well, you're naturally initiated. You always be doing stuff that the ancestors tell you to do. And
Uh-huh.
he'd be like, that's an Ebo. I was like, huh? Why? I said, so why are they messing with me? He's like, I don't know. He said, but you sure be knowing a lot of our Ebos. And I was like, they come and they tell me this is what you got to do. Like, remember, like I moved all the way to Hawaii for them to tell me. Remember, we were on the phone, me, you, and Rose, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
you got to move. And I was like, I just got here. And they're like, you got to move. I was like, I just got here. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, I was like, you know what? I'm going to move in February. That's what I'm going to move. I'm going to move in February. They was like, no, you got to move now.
Now.
And I was like, okay, well, how I'm gonna do this? Girl packed the stuff up, got it in the freight. We moved in January.
No, I remember.
I
No,
was like, see,
well, we're going somewhere. Where you going now, Dr. D? Where you going? Where you going? Next thing I know, you in Japan somewhere. Then you in
Mexico.
China somewhere.
But yeah, I mean, I like to travel, but I listen to, and I realized why it was, is because where I'm at, I'm about to do something big here. And
Okay.
even though I'm going through a little something, something, I just got the biggest blessing that people ever want to think, um,
I
which is
should.
good. So I want to talk about what made you, when I went on your TikTok, want to actually provide for the elderly and provide for the veterans. Why
Uh-huh.
did you come up with that solution, and how did it come about?
Well, first let me start with, maternal side, African in the house. I speak my language, I cook my food.
Right,
So I don't think it's much different than Africans in America because we take care of our elders, okay?
right.
I've always had a love for older people. Even growing up in New York and Brooklyn, I would go to the center where the old people were at. It was an adult center, and I would go sit and talk to old people. I was like 10, 11 years old, okay?
Mm-hmm,
So I always loved old people, for one. I would always gravitate towards them. So I always had a affinity to take care of older people.
mm-hmm.
But, in our culture, Whether you're African in America or African in Africa, we take care of our elders, right? We never
Ship them
neglect
to a
the
nursing home.
elders. Huh?
We don't ship them to nursing homes like
Right.
that.
We don't do that. So what inspired me to really start doing independent living, when I went to visit a house, a young lady owned this house, I don't say any names, and she had an independent, and one of our people was in there. And independent living is pretty much saying they're independent. They can feed themselves, they can take their medicines. We don't do anything for them but provide a room, comfortable room, a family atmosphere for these people, right?
Right.
When I went to the house, it was filthy dirty. And I looked. She had about 12 people in there, older, all over 60, and mixed, white and black. So, I said, well, I called up. I said, I'm not trying to tell on you because this place is not good. It's not even habitable for rats and dogs, okay? So I says, what can we do to help you? Right? Well, they are independent. We don't have to help them, but you're taking their money, okay? So if you're taking their money, then you need to understand that they must be taken care of properly. Do you have activities for them? No. Do you take them out? No. Do they have 3 meals a day? No.
What?
2 meals a day. They get their own breakfast. They get snacks during lunch. I said, oh. I said, but what about taking them to the park on an outing? Because these people, although they're older, some of them are a little bit mentally challenged.
Right.
They still need help. They may be able to get up and walk. They still need help.
Right.
Some of them, one of them, she was a lady, she was on hospice, and she had no family at all. Now you taking almost $1,100 from her butt, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this woman doesn't even have nothing to do. No activities for them. You know what I mean? No, y'all not taking them out to enjoy the sun or taking them on field trips, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's what inspired me to start in Serenity Independent Living.
Okay.
Now, veterans, I am very familiar because I'm a veteran. Okay,
Right.
so veterans, they're homeless. You got homeless veterans right now that's living in homeless shelters. What how you put them in shelters and they fought for this country?
Easy.
How? Why is there one homeless veteran and they was in the military trained to fight and protect this country, and you mean to tell me they're homeless?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
unacceptable.
Right.
Right? Now, you have a lot of them that do get money. They get their, money. Some of them that don't get money. Some of them get full 100%, or some of them get 80%.
Or some of them get zero.
Exactly. Why they're homeless?
Because they're not being exposed to the right resources and information for them to get help. And if there is so overcrowded. The VA in itself, I'm a veteran too. So I know about, working with these systems because there's a backup for mental cases. There is so much backup that people were killing themselves that all of a sudden in 2017, that's how they came up with Vash HUD. Because they were killing themselves, but it's so overcrowded. They don't have enough psychologists. They don't have enough psychiatrists. They don't have enough doctors. Reason being is that people don't want to work for them. The way they work, how they do it is they get some from the foreign countries and do an intern. And then they get benefits and then they leave. You know what I mean? Like it's just there for a moment. So you might be here for a couple of months and then you could get to transfer. Mm-hmm. So they haven't really established a relationship. And mental health itself, we got to understand it's got to be a trust for them to feel comfortable to talk and share what's going on in their life if it's whether it's a drug overdose or they're doing drugs or alcohol to cope with the pain, or they might, some of them have lost limbs.
Yeah, no.
And
Yeah.
people don't understand the phantom body leg part is real. It's real. So what do? You don't have a social worker that's on call because they don't have enough, or the social workers are not properly trained. A lot of these social worker or people that are going to help, it's about getting a job and not actually doing a job. And that's what I noticed here in Florida, unfortunately. There are people here that like to say their job, but they don't do their job. They don't do the description of their job. And I'm one of those people. I speak my mind, and that probably gets me in trouble and why I don't get seen in a lot of places. But there's certain things you're not going to do and certain things I'm not going to allow. And I'm glad that I am the way I am, because I push. And then you know what? If I don't like it, I'll do it my own darn self. And what I do is say, I will bill you. I have a right as a veteran to medical care. That is my right. Every veteran has a right to medical care. Every veteran can go to the VA and sign up with healthcare because they changed it. Now you have to register and be registered in order to get into the VA to get anything. You have to go in and put in create an account. And do you know they keep changing accounts? And I think the VA administrators have been doing this on purpose for the veterans, on purpose. Because
be careful with that.
If their mind not right, how they gonna remember that code from this day to the next day? And then you tell them you got to change a code, or you got too many codes, or this like that. They can't get on that website.
Right.
So who, supposing a veteran don't know anything about a computer?
And that's another thing you should have for the veterans. Classes. What about classes for our veterans?
There you go. So when I was speaking, and they're supposed to have patient advocate. Patient advocate in the VA here is a joke.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's a joke. So they're supposed to advocate for you. They're supposed to make sure the doctors are doing what you do. Do you know, in my medical record, they laugh at my treatment because I won't take the addictive medication that they call, because I don't want to be addicted, and I don't know if I have addiction personality. That's my own preference. So I'm not going to take Percocet, oxycodone, or all of that. No, forget that. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to scrap that. Then you give them the medication, and then they become an addicted because it's taking away the pain. Not only the physical pain, but it's numbing the emotional pain. And they're not getting psychological help because we don't have the services. So what can we do to make this better? Some people have organizations, and I know that you're gearing to help the elderly and the veterans.
Well, actually, my within Serenity Independent Living, I'm getting ready to set up the mental health clinic. Okay. But I had to get my SAM.gov number first, because we're just not servicing them independently for making sure they got comfortable family orientated homes. We're also looking at the fact that they do need mental health. And I know the VA, if you go on the VA site, anybody who does this, they want you to open more mental health clinics for them. Okay. And they will pay you to open up the clinics. And you have to hire, you can get psychologists in. And one of my suggestions, these kids coming out of college, right?
There
Perfect.
you go.
Okay, perfect for them. So I had to get the number to be able to set that up. Now, also within Serenity Haven, we're going to have the transportation for the veterans. So I'm doing like a one-stop shop. We'll do the clinic for them. We'll do the housing for them, and we already do the housing for them. But we'll do the the transportation, and we'll do the actual mental health clinic. Okay. Now what's sad about it is because I will say I see a lot more people are trying to do something. Okay. Join a club. If you can create an independent living home for them, we make the rooms comfortable. We have smart rooms. And what we do with the smart rooms, we make it comfortable where they have you know, the Alexa that tells them how to take their medicine, remind them, okay? Because as
Mm-hmm.
well as they're independent, they still need guidance. They still need help. I don't care
Right.
what nobody said. They still need help. So, and then we do the 3 meals a day. They can do breakfast. We'll do the breakfast like the hotel breakfast, but then we'll do
Nice.
the pre-prep meals for them, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
then once a week they do activities. We have them doing brain training. I got some of the games here. We do the brain training with them. Some of them are getting, you know, dementia, Alzheimer's. So we'll do that. We got games for them to play. We do new movie night, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we do that. We pretty much try to make it where they feel like we're family. Okay,
Okay.
they feel like we're family, and we want them to feel like that. But some of them don't have family.
Right.
Okay,
That's a
so
plus.
right. So we don't just go in there. We're gonna take your money and we're gonna put you in a bed and you got a bed to sleep in. No, we have a structure. Okay, and the houses have a wash and dry. They got a refrigerator. They can wash their clothes. We have a structure where during the week, one pick a day they want to wash their clothes, another day pick a day. You know, then we do the fit. I mean, we do the like I said, we do the activities weekly with them. We do the movie nights with them. And when it gets warmer, we'll be taking them out to the park or taking them out for picnics. We're not just getting it for the money. We want to have an overall, and we want them to have an overall experience being in one of our homes. And we
Okay.
want them to know that we really care because people don't care. There ain't no way in the world I should see a homeless veteran sleeping on the sidewalk or under the bridge downtown Atlanta. Ain't no way in the world. Or on the train station in New York because they don't have a home or they can't afford it. That's not good. I mean, we don't
Right.
want to see anybody homeless, but a veteran that served their country, put their life on the line for your asses. Okay? Yeah, you better make sure they should be living like goddamn kings and queens. Yeah. That's
I get.
that's not right. It's not
I,
right. And ancestors are not happy. And I will say this: the ancestors been waking up. They've been waking up because a lot
Gotcha.
more people are doing stuff like this. But certain people I know, some of them are just in it for the money. You have to be in it because you're compassionate about our elders and our old people. Okay, you don't do it just because you want the money. Yeah, you get money, but that's not the main reason you're doing it. You're doing it because these people really need somebody. They
I
need
should.
people to know that they care about them, that they love them. And that's why you do it, not just for the money. Okay?
Bingo.
So yeah. We
That's
gotta
a
take care
blessing.
of our people.
See that
Yep.
that's a blessing though. The things that you're doing is construction, and I like the mental health aspect because
Mhm.
that's very much needed, and the fact that they have transportation to if they want to go shopping or a doctor's appointment, that they have someone there because sometimes they get devastating news and they don't know how to process it.
Right.
By you taking them there and then going back, they can discuss that with you,
Right.
or and
Right.
they feel comfortable, because when you don't have nobody and you give devastating news, that is the depression waiting to seep in, and
Yes,
you
it
sit
is.
there and like people like, well, what's wrong? Nothing. And all you want to do is sleep. So to have that component is beautiful,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
then they'll wake up, like, or do you have a room where they're going to be doing puzzles or anything like
Well,
that?
all the houses have living room. It's a house. They're houses. So we have the living room. We have the dining room set up with the tables, right? So when they do their activities, they'll do the activities in the living room, or we'll do it at the tables. So yeah, this it's a house. Most of the actually all of them are houses,
Okay.
right? All of them are houses. So it's comfortable. It's like they're at home, but they share rooms. Some of them, we have some that like to do that. They want to pay for their own room, which is fine. But most of them share. There's 2 beds in each room.
Right.
Yeah,
Nice. Because then they have a roommate and they can be accountable for each other sometimes.
exactly.
Because if you fall out the bed, you know what I mean? Like, you don't realize sometimes that we don't realize their health deteriorates. And
Right,
sometimes they can be fine. And next
right,
thing you know, they're on the floor. You know what I mean? And they don't even realize how they got on the floor. Seriously. See, I used to work at a nursing home, so I know what it's like.
right.
That's, checking on them is a given. So that brings
Mm-hmm.
what do we call it? Bonding and connection. as well. And then the family component brings another bonding and connection, because then they don't become, what did they don't have grow to have a disattachment disorder.
Right. Right.
So that is beautiful what you're doing. So um you decided to do this in Georgia. Is that because you seen it in Georgia, the homeless, or is because you came to Orlando or Florida and seen it and seen the need? Which one
Well,
was
no, all my life I've seen homeless and homeless veterans, and but I didn't know to what extent, it wasn't. I didn't know that you was able to rent houses and we could set it up the way that I set it up. It never crossed my mind to do that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them can't afford. Yeah, a lot of them can't afford um to get an apartment. They just don't
right,
have the money,
right,
right? They don't have good
right,
credit. It's expensive. They can't even afford a one-bedroom apartment. You're getting $1,400 from the veterans. How you gonna pay for a one-bedroom apartment that's $1,200 a month?
right.
If you're elder, if you're a senior, and you're getting disability or Social Security, you're not getting more than 1,400 a month. How are you going to afford to live in an apartment? You can't afford it. So that's why when I started doing the research, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I started doing the research, I started saying, okay. Another thing we did, we researched the assisted living homes. Assisted living homes were worse. We'll give you everything you want, but it's going to be 4,000 a month. Who the hell can afford 4,000 a month? I'm not playing. We went to three of assisted living homes. Three of them were charging between 4,000 and 6,000 a month for services. And most of the people that was in there were retired doctors, retired lawyers, where their
Oh,
family could afford to pay for them. But what
right.
about majority of the seniors that can't afford to pay?
That's true.
What do you do with them? And that's why, if you
Okay.
remember years ago in New York, I remember before I moved to Georgia in 2001, but before that in New York, you would hear a lot of stories where a lot of old people were eating dog food and cat food, which
Yep.
is true, right? You
Yes.
remember that?
Yes. Yes. Matter of fact, they did a show like that on Good Times, if anybody remember. On Flora Ann's caught them, and she was buying more cat food
Yeah.
than human food, and she was eating it. And then Flora, what's her name? Florence. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember. JJ's mama invited her,
Florida.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
Florida, that to come and eat and have a dinner. And that was an epidemic. And then I remember them starting to watch. That's was an awareness that people started watching the elderly. And if they bought too much cat food, they would be like, flagged
Yeah.
instead of buying regular food. And
Mhm.
their explanation is cat food was cheaper. Now cat food is just as expensive as more expensive than human food.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's by design. And
Yeah.
in a way it's good, but the thing is that we think that the everybody's got a food bank, or
Mhm.
everybody's got a granddaughter or an aunt or somebody that out there look for them. And to come to find out, you got to realize a lot of these baby boomers and other do not have family because they were out there hustling, working
Yeah.
5 jobs just to take care of the family, to
Yeah.
keep it together, that they don't have anybody. And people, because you're not doing something, we have a tendency, because this society is a microwave society,
Right.
right? You in, you're out. And
Right.
because you're out, you're forgotten. You've
Right.
forgotten what it's like.
Mhm.
So again, I have another question for you about your service. Do you take them for resources? Suppose you run across somebody that doesn't have money. Is there a way that you can work with them and get them sources uh, to get an income?
And it's funny you said that. I was just talking to my daughter about the day. I have a lady, her son. He is well, they deemed him as schizophrenic. So she gets a room for us, and what we do is we're helping her son get his resources back. Not just the money, but also too to get the proper help he needs. Because you
Right.
know, a lot of times with schizophrenia, they doping him up with medicine and giving him medicine. But what about what he needs? You know,
Right.
me personally, I feel like schizophrenic is a person that is just highly spiritual. Okay. And when you
Right.
give him the medicines, you're opening a portal for more demons to come in. Let's not do that. So he's a young man, and he needs help. So we're helping him try to get his resources back, you know, so we can get him the proper help as well. So yeah, we do that. We do that.
That's good because when they are like that, they tend to go out and they don't be accountable and they don't remember to take their meds and they don't remember to go to the doctors. And sometimes
Well,
they
yeah,
get
take it a step further. He's sleeping in the woods. He was sleeping in a tent in the woods. Right. And just to get a little bit more specific, it's my grandson's father's brother and his mother. So his mother, she's raised 8 children. I love her spirit. She's, you know, she's the other grandmother. I'm the other grandmother. But I wanted to help her because she didn't have the help. She came out, she had a stroke and stuff like that. So I kind of helped her a little bit. I bought her a cane and tried to help her get back. And then I didn't want her living in the woods with her. Was she going to live in the woods with him? So I said, well, why don't you come get a room for us, right? And then we'll try to help your son get his stuff back. He can stay with you in the room until we get his stuff ready and to go, and then he can get his own room. So, you know, him and the father was sleeping in the woods. Now the father I
right,
can't speak for. He like to do drugs. I can't help you to do that because we don't allow drug addicts in our house.
right,
Period. Okay. If you want help, if you want a family orientated atmosphere and you want us to help you, we can. But if you do drugs, you cannot stay here. We don't want that. And most of our people are over 60 years old. Okay.
right,
So these people are old, you know, they've been through, some of them do have health problems, and you
right.
want them to live in the most peaceful environment that they can.
That's right. That
Some of
makes
them are on hospice, right?
mm-hmm.
You want them to be peaceful. You want them to know that it's family on you. You don't want all the rest of the drama in there. So we don't allow. If you do drugs, we don't care. You sleep on it, sleep out there, right? If we can help you, no. But there's time. Like it depends on the situation. Now you know I read,
Right,
so I can spiritually see. Okay, well this person needs help. So like the young man, he needs help.
right.
He's not on drugs per se. This has been going on since he was in his early 20s.
Mm,
Now he might have smoked weed and stuff, but he's not on no heavy drugs like that. So yeah, we're gonna try to help him because he needs help. You know
that
what I mean?
that
Yeah.
is beautiful. And that's what, what I was trying to strive when I was talking about solutions. That is an
Uh,
accurate and great solution of helping the elderly as well as the veterans, but
mhm.
also we don't realize that there are, I'm gonna put this out, a lot of single women veteran mothers out there that I didn't
Yeah.
know
I
about
got one
that
that was
have
texting me
children.
today.
See,
She's a single
and
mother. She was a veteran. Yeah. And
and don't
homeless.
know that they qualify for services because they're not at the right place to know about Bash HUD. Now, let me explain a little bit about Bash HUD. Bash HUD is a program that, like I said, they created back in the day 2015, 16,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around
Uh-huh.
there. And the goal was to get by 2025, all veterans should have a home or a house. That was what we were told it was for. But then this program is self sufficient.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're a veteran, you come to them, they must house you.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, you might be housed in a shelter or be in a shelter because you got to qualify and you got to go through the steps. First of
Mm-hmm.
all, you got to get VA health and you got to get registered. So, how do you get registered or know that you get registered? You don't, because who's out there handing pamphlets or talking to the veterans or
Okay.
people that like that? So, how are they going to know that? So, that's another resource of, that I feel that the VA should do. But besides that, when you put them in a shelter
Mm-hmm.
and they have a child, they're even more vulnerable for attacks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to say, I'm going to be honest. I walk the talk. I know what I'm talking about. I've been homeless in many different ways and subjects, and I made it. The
Right.
thing is that I learned from my ancestors, I must be a tough cookie and I must got a lot of work to do. That's how I had to look at it. And the thing is that I've accomplished so much. I've packed. She'll tell you I packed and just leave stuff. Guess what? If you don't feel right, I'll leave a whole house of furniture. I ain't going back. You can keep it. I'll start all over. If I'm meant to have it, I'll have it. But not everybody has that mindset because it's this is all I got. You know what? My peace of mind is more important.
Important, exactly.
My child's life is more important.
Right.
So I'm learning different situations about some of the veterans. They stay because they have children with, now I'm saying single, and the reason I'm saying single is because the man is there, but he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
Right.
And we also, let me put it another way. There are some men that are taking care of their children without a woman because she out there doing the hoochie coochie dance. Right. And y'all know what the hoochie coochie dance is. Right. And she playing musical beds. So it goes for both sides. But if they are not exposed to where they can get help at, because everybody think, well, you know what? I'm going to go to the food stamp or the office, the government assistant office, because I don't know what it's called. But guess what? You a man, you get turned around even more. And if you have a child, forget about it. What they'll try to talk that man out of giving that child to that mother, not knowing whether she's a drug addict, an alcoholic, unreliable, and maybe being abused. We don't think that mothers can do that, but there are.
They can. Yeah.
And he's sitting there trying to do everything for this child. But like I said, women do the same. Women and men do the same thing. But they don't know the resources out there that can help them or how to help them. Now, getting back to the program, you at this Vash Hut have to be accountable. They send you a social worker. She's supposed to work with you. And I'm saying supposed to. She's supposed to check on you to make sure, okay, we write these goals down and this is the goal and this is what we're going to do. She's supposed to write this down. Most people don't understand what is a goal? How do I get to a goal? How do I finish the goal? Where do I go? Where are the resources? Because some of these social workers, they don't have enough experience to wipe their butt. They just got out of school and don't know nothing. They're going by a book and what they read. So
and that's for the money.
Bingo. Or to say that I have a job. So the thing is, I'm saying this to say that we can do better, but there are some good social workers in Vash Hut that will help you take you step by step from getting in a shelter, getting out of shelter, getting getting a job if you need to get a job, getting mental health and counseling. So I kind of would like to see some of these Vash Hut workers work with somebody like your organization, and be able to come in and say, look, you know, I got this person that would be perfect. Because if you're one person and they give you Vash Hut, there is not a lot of studios that the single person can live in.
Oh, okay.
So they don't qualify. You can get a 2-bedroom, you have to have another person. But they got to qualify they have to be a veteran as well to get Vash Hut. You see how tricky that is?
It's called Vash Hut, VASH.
Yes, Vash Hut. And it's through the building, but you go to the VA and they have a social worker that can tell you about Vash Hut.
You know, some of these VA places are not good.
They don't do a lot, but if you speak up and you find it up, you look up information, look up Vash Hut. You'll find it on the internet. If you're watching, you know somebody, give them that information.
No, I feel with the VA, like they have small clinics over here. So I'm going to check with the clinic not too far that I put the flyers out for some of the veterans if they need a place to stay. I'm gonna ask them if they have that.
Right. So also, like to help some of our veterans, if you want, go and visit what was the other the VAW. No. What is it? VFW, right? VFW. Veterans of Foreign War. And they have different things that they do. Like Saturday, they have this big steak thing that this is worldwide. I don't know why they just be doing these steak dinners. Like they the best thing since ice. I'm like, please. And then in Guam, they do pork chops and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, seriously? You don't have no seafood. You don't have they grill, and then they ask you how you want it. So I know where we come from. They have different posts, and the American Legions. They're supposed to have these people that go there and work with these veterans. But if you and this is what you're doing, like Nick, you can approach them and say, look, they might know somebody that's homeless or that needs a home or gets resources, and say, look, I'm willing to give them a room or, food or whatever, and help them out, get to where they need to do, and they might even pay you. You know what I mean?
Right.
There are some benefits. That is the beautiful thing about doing what you're doing, because a lot of people don't know what to do. How do you get a social worker?
Well, a lot of times, what we do is we just go in, like the veterans here, little towns, each town has their own little veteran clinic. Okay.
They do. Wow.
Most of them, anyway. Yeah. So this one, they have the one that's not too far from us. It services one county, like Fayette County. Okay. So that one, what we thought of, and it's funny you say about the food, because we thought about we're doing the chili and cornbread for the veterans on, one day, and just talk to them and let them know about the services and that there's available. So we're thinking about, me and my daughter just talked about that, doing a chili thing for them. Right.
You can approach the VA and ask them about events. Excuse me, event of hosting an event, and they might even support you and do that. So when they come, they'll put your pamphlet and let you know. Especially if you're getting someone that is licensed and is going to be do mental counseling. If you could understand just how the system for mental health is so overwhelmed with needing, because some of them have an addiction because of Agent Orange. Some of them have an addiction because my dad used to tell me back in the day, like when they were in Vietnam, they were shooting up with opium. So a lot of the veterans came back, they were hooked on opium, but they started doing heroin.
Yeah, right.
Because that was as close as opium they were going to get.
Yeah, because my dad was in Vietnam too. He did 2 tours in Vietnam, and he had Agent Orange. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad died of Agent Orange in 2015.
Yeah.
No, 2014. Lacey passed in 2015. So, that's the only way I can remember. Right. So, these are things that can be done, like the community at large, like the community centers, like some of these, what is my friend was saying? Some of these villages in apartments, they have recreation centers or community recreation centers, hosting something, inviting veterans out, because that's a way to get word out and get things and get help. And bring some resources, like bring a social worker. Like, look, I'm having an event and I want to help veterans and stuff. Would you be interested? Approach it and take it to the VA, and you'd be surprised. They want to help. Okay, I'm giving you an opportunity. This is what I'm doing. What are you willing to do, and how can we partner and work together?
Right.
That's just a suggestion.
We do stuff like that. Yeah, we do stuff like that, and that's why we're gonna do we're gonna do the chili for them, but we got to, of course, speak to them first and pick which day we want to do that for them, and then feeding the homeless. I know my grandson and my daughter they went to the food bank to collect food and pack up for the homeless. Okay.
Right.
So stuff like that. So yeah, we try to keep, and then we also set up volunteer services for the homeless downtown Atlanta. Nice. Right. Because you have some people in the homeless shelters that are veterans or that are seniors. They get money, but again, they don't have good credit. They can't afford to get their own apartment. Right. They don't have family. They don't make enough money. They can't afford a 1-bedroom apartment. You're charging $1,200 for a 1-bedroom apartment, and they only make $800 on their Social Security check. How are you supposed to live?
Yeah, and then if they don't have, and if they can't catch the bus, or if they have a car, they're making a chance to be in a shelter because that might be the money that they're using to keep their car. So if
Right,
they go
right.
in an apartment, it's a choice of, do I pay my car, or do I
Mm-hmm.
pay for this apartment for me to stay? My car is going to get me back. So it's like a catch
Catch
22.
22. Right.
So how do you do, and what can you do? There's another organization called Charity Cars. They
Right.
work
I
with
heard about
progressive,
credit cards. Right.
and they give out cars to veterans. You write an
Mm-hmm.
essay, you tell why. The gentleman's actually based here out of Longwood, Florida.
Okay.
Know him very well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I talked to him about that.
Okay.
But they also, I mean, that's another organization that you can work with. There's other, when you get into it, I learned that some of these places are for veterans, will donate cars or even vans for veterans to get around and get what they need.
Yeah, they will.
So you just got to find the right organization, the right thing that's willing to do. But the thing they might want is publicity.
Publicity. Yeah.
And, I can
Yeah.
see I can't even get that out because that's not in my vertex. But that's why
Publicity.
they want you to do, like, take a picture. So these are some avenues that we can explore to help them have a solution of getting what they need, because there are some that are homeless that are living actually illegally in us what is it storage shelters.
Yeah, they are. I heard that too. But listen, they got the Vehicles for Veterans website. They donate vehicles to veterans.
Hmm.
They have let me see. You said charity cars. I seen that one. And
Hmm.
then they have Goodwill Industries International that does cars too. They got Cars for Kids as well. They're
Hmm.
one of the largest vehicle donation programs, and they pick up the car for free and give tax deductions.
Right.
So that one's called Cars for Kids. So yeah, there's a lot of that. There's a lot of organizations that you can contact to help with that for the ones who don't have cars. But see, that's why we try to do the transportation for the people in the houses, because some of them don't have cars. And
Hmm.
a certain parts of Georgia you have to have a car. You ain't get around. So we make it available so that way there's four of us on the team. One of us will go take them to their doctor's appointments. One of us will do their if they got to go to the bank or if they got to take care of their personal business, we'll do it like that. But I'm definitely going to start the transportation part of Serenity Haven real soon.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
We
Yep.
appreciate that. So, and you basically, when did you start doing this? How long have you been in operation?
I started doing this probably, it's been about 4 months now.
Congratulations.
4 months. Yep,
That's
4 months.
that's good. And it's hard work, trust me.
Well, honestly speaking, it's not hard. I don't like that word. I don't like the Dr. D, I don't like that word. Hard ain't in our vocabulary because we don't want to curse ourselves.
Right?
Just make sure you're strategic about it.
Okay.
Now, what I will share is if you're going to start a business like this, make sure you do it legally, meaning get your
Yep.
EIN number, get your website up, because we do have a website, Serenity Haven Independent Living LLC.com. We do have a website. Get your bank account set up. Now, what you want to do is you want to make contact with social workers at the hospital. So, and just not the VA, because remember, we got the seniors too. So, social
Mhm.
workers at the hospital, social workers at the VA, make a contact with them and let them know that your company is available to offer rooms to veterans and seniors. And now, you want to start with building up a list first. So, what
Mhm.
I did is I built up a list first and let them know we're available. We have rooms coming up. We have another house we just looked at last week. We're trying to get, and we're gonna fill that one up as soon as the list gets filled up. And what you want to do is get a house. You can start out with a 3-bedroom house. Put some single beds in there. Make the
Mhm.
rooms comfortable. Okay, and start recruiting your veterans and your seniors that need places to go. All you got to do is make sure they're living comfortable, make sure they got food. You know what I mean? If
Mhm.
and if because some people don't want to go through all that, and we are actually getting ready to open up investment opportunities for people who want to invest in it but want to get a piece of the pie. So we're getting ready to open that up as well, because some people don't want to deal with the the footwork and the, doing all that they have to do. Okay. Um, and if that's something they want to do, they can hit us up on the website about that. Okay, because people could
Is
still
that
make
right?
money, huh?
Is that right? Serenity Haven.
No, it's not. It's Serenity Haven Independent Living
Okay.
LLC.com.
Come on, though. Now you want to play with me?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Can you put that in there?
Where they at?
Adegua.
They gone, baby girl. You by yourself.
Okay, hold on. Okay, Serenity is Serenity Haven Independent Living LLC.com.
Okay. Let me put that back. Alrighty. Come on. You see it? Or didn't you?
Yeah, so Serenity Haven Independent Living LLC. That's right. That's it right there.
Okay. So
Okay.
if y'all want to help,
If they want to invest in helping us get more houses, that's something they can do, because everybody don't want to deal with the footwork of getting people and getting clients in there. You know what I mean? So if anybody's willing to invest, they can, because we're going to need more houses, because we got a list, and we need to provide the room for the people. So when that list gets big, as they send them, we just gotta we got two people, a man 79 years old living in his truck. Him was 80 years old. Why is he sleeping in his truck? And it was during the time when it was cold, a couple of weeks ago, freezing.
right. Mm-hmm.
This man had nowhere to go. He's sleeping in his truck. So we got to call. Can you house the man? And of course we're gonna house him because we had rooms. But then we got a blind lady. Now she needs help,
Right.
right? But with her, she's not totally independent, but we didn't turn her down because the other people can help her. She can
Right.
dress herself, but she can't really see, so she'll have other people around that can assist her. Okay? She was in her right mind. She's not mentally challenged, so we was able to help her. But it's stuff like that. You know what I mean? We get the list. So, I mean, we definitely want to get more houses. If we get investors, then guess what? The more investors we get, the more houses we get, the more rooms we can provide for all of them.
Yep.
Okay?
And that's exactly what we're doing here. Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm.
Okay.
And I had talked about that. And that's what I was saying. It was so funny. Me and my son was talking about that for him to do, since he come from Guam. And I was like, we have a room, we got this, we could do that. But I also want to have a farm. And the farm is for the veterans to get rehabilitation, for them to actually do animal therapy. So it's a whole thing that we are working on. And I was like, and I'm saying working on because I just got my house in December. But I had been seeing what I want to do for a long time. So, and the veterans was always on my heart because I am a veteran. I've been homeless and I know what it's like to, make it work. And I realized everybody don't have my mindset. And some people are just like, oh, well, how does she do it? Number one, I'm a tough cookie. Number two, I ain't gonna let anything slide, and I know I deserve nothing but the best. So yes, so a lot of things they say I'm bougie. Yes, I am bougie to the T. My auntie made me like this. My TT made sure I was bougie. So I say that with pride. So so my babies are bougie too. So I want nothing but the best. So that's
guess who's here with us, not to cut you. Guess who's here with us right now?
Rose.
Exactly. I just seen Rose standing right over there. Rose is like, I wish I was with y'all right now. She's over there smiling and giggling. Yeah.
Rose, Ashe. I gotta chill. Yeah.
Yeah, my Rose.
darn, you ain't the only one. Don't make me cry.
Yeah, don't cry. She's right there with us. She's right in the mix.
Yeah.
Yep. It's okay. She ain't going nowhere. She right with us. She said it. Yeah. That's okay. And I seen her standing right there just laughing. I wish I was with y'all over there. I said, I know. I hear her.
If y'all knew Rose.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. I miss her too, but I know she ain't going nowhere. I know her physical body had to go, but that she ain't going nowhere. Yeah. She told me you better stop that. She said, tell her I said stop that. She said you better stop all that. She said stop it. You know doggone well where she at and what you doing. And she got our back, she said too. She gonna send us some people. Give me one for y'all.
I was not prepared for this.
That's okay. That's okay. You know she didn't go nowhere. Stop it. And she said stop it. You know we 2 Tauruses, doggone it. Right? 2 Tauruses.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
so
you're doing, it's funny you talked about that before I go. I got to get off here soon. But listen, I just had my daughter's friend tell me the other day. He has a horse and he wants to buy land. He's on a whole bunch of land with his sister, but he wants his own. And he says, I want to bring my horse. I need my own land to bring my horse so I can do therapy for the seniors and the veterans.
Stop
Something you just talked about. Yeah. I said, wow. I said, you know what? That'll work right hand in hand what we're doing. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. You got your farm, you got your land, so you got some horses?
I don't have any horses. I don't have anything. Right now we gotta clear the land. Like, be honest, I ran into some issues. Big issues where they try to play with my mortgage and stuff. And the color of my skin, when they didn't know what I was. And it was okay. And then they tried to play with my mortgage, but they sent my 2 payments back. And basically we played around. But today I was on the phone and the guy was like, you okay? Because you overpaid. And my son, mom, he's like, Mom, you overpay everything. He's like, that's just in your MO to get, because I don't like debt. If anybody knows me, I don't like debt. I don't like owing. A house to me is a liability. If it's not paying me something, it's a liability. My car, it's a liability. And the reason it's a liability, it's not making me any money. So my goal is to pay it off as fast as I can. Mm-hmm. My car, I paid $26,000. That's what was the note on the car. That was in January of 2025. My car note is now $9,000, 600 and some change. Okay. So when I say I understand that I manifest, like this house, I manifest this house, and people don't realize I dreamed about owning the land and the house for 32 years. But when I had the house, I dreamed my daughter had her house on the right, and my son had his house on the left, and that my children and grandchildren didn't have to go anywhere that they had. And my house, I seen if I passed, this would be their property and they would be able to make money. That was my vision. And I know people thought, my family thought, I've been out there since a while. It's different. But my daughter is here. Let me put it like that. She's in a form here. She's not in the 3D physical form like I would like her. But what I got today was when I was going through this and got that phone call that everything was okay, I got happy. It was like, okay. She's like, Mom, I got you. She told me, Mom, I can help you better on this side than I can help you on that side. When she told me that when she was transitioning. And when I came back from Belize, it was like, okay, You said you got me. She said, I got you. And today was like a reminder. They were like, you okay? Miss, you're all right. You got this. And I was like, wow, okay. So my son said, Mom, everything you want to do, you're going to be able to do.
Rose said she got us too.
Huh?
Rose just said she got us too.
Yeah, and with Rose, yeah.
Yeah. She said she got us too. So I know because Rose is such a beautiful soul, such a solution.
Y'all just didn't get to know her.
Yeah, I didn't get to know her, but let me tell you something, Rose, beautiful soul. And I know one thing I'm gonna say, and I gotta get ready to get out of here at 9:30. But listen, Rose used to want to start a 24-hour daycare.
Right.
And before she transitioned, I was going to stop talking to her. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. I'll do the paperwork. I'll do the LLC for you. Let's go find the building, because she was in Charleston, South Carolina.
Right.
And I really wanted to help her get that up and running because she always had a dream about that.
Right.
And then I was giving her ideas. I said, well, make it like a smart 24-hour daycare. You know what I mean? Because the technology and all that good stuff. And it was so sad that she didn't get a chance to do that. And that's something I would consider in the future to do, because that's another thing. We've gotten about 4 calls already asking if we take single mothers and children. And we're not there yet. We can't accommodate them yet because some of them I think one of them had 3 children, one had 1. We were going to try to accommodate her, but then she changed her mind and went back to Florida because we said, well, we'll do 1 with you and the baby in the room. You know what I mean? Because, I just try to think I could save the world. I know I can't, but if I try, I may be able to. You know what I mean? So I was like, no, we'll take her and the baby. Let her stay in the room. Right?
Right.
But anyway, she ended up going back to Florida because she wasn't making money like that. But I mean, that's something we talked about. Me and my daughters and husband talked about working on in the near future to provide housing. But see, that's something where I want to buy houses, and then we can have a transition time for them to come to stay until they get on their feet.
Right. That's nice. Now, I was talking about when I was a kid, finish this real quick. When I was a kid, my mother used to have a young lady that was pregnant at the time. And she came and she was my mother was supposed to be a mentor to her. Mm-hmm. And I remember her name was Crystal. And Crystal was pregnant and she was dating this gentleman that my mother didn't particularly like because he wasn't able to provide for her. Mm-hmm. So she stayed in a room, had her own room, and got it. She had the baby, got it ready, but my mom helped her during that time. She didn't have a mother support. And that's a lot of these young girls out here that are getting pregnant because these grandmamas are out there at the club being whatever, doing whatever, they're doing a hoochie coochie, whatever, and having these babies and living them. And then I'm finding out they have a multitude of babies and the babies are raising babies. Yeah. They're not even their children. Right. And when that happens, guess what? These children decide not to have children because of what they did. I've taken care of my brother, changed they died. I don't want no kid.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because you always have to take care of them.
Right. Yeah. So it happens. So it's been good, sis, but we'll talk again. And I'm sorry, you guys, about the glitches that we had today, but it's like everything is everything. Whatever's supposed to be, and we're going to do this. But reach out if you guys can do a support on the screen. If you can do that, reach out because this would be a great help. And if you're in Georgia, that would be even better.
Serenity Haven, Independent Living. We're going to be coming down to Florida soon, Orlando. So, okay. Because I had to send my brother a package to start it down there for the people because he worked in a homeless shelter and he knows all the homeless veterans. So I said, okay, we're opening Serenity Haven Living in Orlando.
Okay. Well, I'm an hour and 47 minutes out of Orlando. I'm 2 hours from Tampa. I'm in the middle. Okay. But I'm country and you gotta like quiet. And that's the thing. I showed y'all pictures. If I show y'all the pictures of the sunset of my house that I take every day, it is so beautiful. and the sunrise. That's why I like it. It's quiet. I'm country, and there's Fort Meade, the city. I'm outside the city. So I'm a country girl. I realize I'm an island country girl at that. So put them together, we don't play. We like quiet, and we do a lot of canning, a lot of cooking. So at least you know when you come, you're going to be able to eat.
Doggone right, you're going to eat.
Yeah.
We could dig a hole in the ground. We could put some stuff down there, put the pot, shoot, you doggone right, we could cook.
Right. So you let me know when we'll get together. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Anybody want to say anything? Let me say. You want to say something, bro? Hello. The line is open. And say, hold on, let me see what's going on. Hello? I got one person in the room. And nobody say something. Okay, now I can hear you. Well, what's up? You have anything to say?
Yeah, greetings.
Can you hear me?
How's everybody? What's up, sisters?
Huh?
He said, what's up?
Yeah,
how you doing?
I wanted to ask, does she feel that, going back to the veterans, does she feel that hypnosis could help them get back into, help them heal and get back into alignment?
Do you think hypnosis will help?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but for some reason she couldn't hear you. Do you feel hypnosis would help the veterans heal them and get back into alignment?
It may not. Because some people are not easily hypnosed.
True.
Okay. So everybody can't be hypnosed. I feel that now I know years ago the veterans came up with a pill called anti-abuse. And they was giving it to the Vietnam veterans because they were trying to help them get over the memories of being in war.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that actual medicine came from a plant that they use, which we're very familiar with, which is the ayahuasca.
Wow. Okay.
So they created the medicine and they called it anti-abuse, and they were using that actual plant. That was actually helping veterans at that time. I think they had it in the 70s and the 80s. Okay.
Right.
And it was helping veterans get off of drugs. It was helping them get off of, having, the nightmares and the flashbacks and the PSTD. It was helping them, but then they took it off the market. They stopped giving it to them. That's the only successful thing that I knew that was helping veterans when it came to dealing with anything like PSTD, the flashbacks and the memories and the, things that they were on. So yeah, I wouldn't say it wouldn't help because it may help some people. But a lot of people I do know are not easily hypnosed because they got strong minds. Okay.
That one
So
right there.
it may help some. I will say it may help. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that was it. That was it.
So, all right, loves. It is way past the time. And
that's it.
Yes, love.
I mean, I'm sorry. Dr. D, I got to get used to calling you. But you see who just walked behind me? Do you remember my grandson?
Yeah, he's a baby.
That grown man that just walked behind me that's 17 now. You see, remember when he was a baby?
Yeah, he's a baby. I remember that. Be on the phone. See, everybody grow up.
They're grown. He was, remember I used to have him on my lap on the computers and doing everything.
Doing all the stuff that you do.
Yeah.
Like, he watch you, so he should know a lot of stuff by now.
Oh, yeah, he's very spiritual too, yeah. He has to do ritual work with us. He's going to be the next traditional healer in the family.
Ashe.
Yeah, yes.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
We could read his butt off too. Yeah, he can.
He should.
I'll be over there. What you see? Tell Nanny what you see. What's going over there? Well, I see this now. I was like, all right.
I remember that because you were training when he was little.
Yeah.
And you always ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the kind of stuff that I mean about when you come from, I don't know, from
indigenous life.
Because my dad used to make me do mind stuff. when I was little, and it paid off, and I didn't know what it was. But my dad's name was Prophet. When he was good, he prophesied. But when he was mad, he was called the Green-Eyed Monster. That's funny too. So, and I take to those names very well, because I can become the Green-Eyed Monster, but also the gift for prophet I didn't want. I thought it was a curse, and that's what I told my dad. He said some of us are just chosen, whether we want to be chosen or not. And he said, that is in our lineage. It was him, and it was me. My grandmother was not. She was not like we are.
Well, it skips a generation. That's why.
But my son is very gifted. He can feel spirit. When I had a car accident, he felt my mate on the side of the bed. It freaked everybody out when I broke my neck in 2007.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Yeah. So he's very gifted, but we don't want to be, what we run away from is what we actually become. So I know this very well spiritually. Like, I don't want to be no leader. I just want to sit back in the background. I help you. But they push and push and push until you do what you're supposed to do. That's what I did learn. So
and that's what we do. We're just the ones that the messengers, the one that inspires, the one who gets you. You know what I mean? And we doing our work, and as we're supposed to. And it's the next generation we'll look out for. Because long story short, again, I gotta go because I got another show to do. But anyway, tell you like this. We gotta look out for that next generation, because they're all coming out with this new thing of trauma. You know, trauma.
What?
A lot of these kids, you don't hear them talk about, I was traumatized, and they come out with all these new sayings and toxic masculinity and this masculinity.
No, I never.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it, and then maybe we'll do a show about it. Okay. So.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Traumatized, because I do spiritual counseling too. I got 30-year-old that I'm doing spiritual counseling for right now. They're in their 30s, between 30 and 35. That actually literally came to me themselves and asked, could they do spiritual counseling? And I do spiritual counseling. I do 4-week sessions with them. Okay.
Right.
Spiritual counseling is a little bit different than therapy and life coaching. You know, it's spiritual counseling. So what I do is help them to tap into one of the young ladies. Make a long story short, she had some traumatized, situations where she was molested when she was little, as many of us have been when we was little. 75% men as well have been molested. So that's another whole show we can talk about. But she came to me, I need help. I don't know why. She doesn't know why she likes men and women. So I began to do her spiritual counseling first. So I'm doing a 4-week session with her. And then I had 3 others that came to me that was traumatized from domestic violence. And all of them in their 30s. So I do, if people are listening, I do offer spiritual counseling sessions for people who's interested.
See?
Okay.
Indigenous, but yeah, we could talk forever, you guys, because it's a lot of knowledge and information. So we'll get together and do another show. I'm excited, because I haven't did a show in a while. I wasn't planning to, but Spirit was like, you got to do it.
Okay. Well, I like your show. So yeah, you need to do it. Come on now. I'm playing.
I got it. So we're gonna do it. Doing 2 shows was not my plan, but I appreciate you. I'm gonna let you go back because baby boy is sitting there. Look, Clint, come on.
Yes. Yeah, we're talking about you. But listen, I have a podcast, and I'm gonna send you the link. It's called The Stars of the Shrine, where we interview all indigenous people.
Nice.
All indigenous people. And we actually have it's called The Stars of the Shrine, it's a spirit celebrity podcast, but everybody in our eyes is celebrities. But we also get a hold of celebrities like Michael B. Jordan's a Babalao, like the guy Young Meech is into spirituality. You got Forrest Whitaker that's into spirituality. So we try to interview the celebrities.
What about Chaka Khan? Because she's
an Osun priest.
Right.
If I can get a hold of her, I will. because you know I used to promote for a few, do readings for a few of the celebrities. So a lot of them behind the scenes don't want to talk about it, but now they're coming out. First,
Right.
Malik Yoba, Malik Yoba was a Yoruba priest. I think he was a Babalawo. So we're trying to pull all them on the shows to talk about their experience, not just being celebrities, but what's
Spiritual experience.
first spiritual. So
Right.
that's the name of my show. It's called The Stars of the Shrine, a celebrity podcast. But we interview all indigenous people. So I'll probably have you on the guest as well. As you we'll talk about your farm and stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, love. So
Okay.
thank you for. We're going to end this, and it's been real, everybody. Thank you. I hope y'all enjoyed it because I did. And
I did too. Thank you for having us on.
Yes, love it. Next time, what you and your mate, your husband, need to do that. You know, we need to promote more Black love and connection, spirituality, and marriages, because that's what we need to see as people of color.
Okay.
More of it.
Okay.
I'm just putting it out there.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go. Gonna get off
right.
in this. How do I do this? Come on, do it right.
All right. Love you, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, love.
Okay.
All righty, people. Party people, party people, party people. Thank you so much for sticking around and being with me. I appreciate it. So now we are going to end the show. I am the food. No, I forgot who I am, Dr. D. So it is me. I'm glad that y'all stuck around with me today. I am in things, and it was a great show. So we're gonna leave out of this place. All right. So let me go feed the ducks and get out of here.